Hey, good morning. How are y'all doing this morning? Hopefully you're doing good. Checking my levels over there, make sure that's okay, and it is. Well, I hope you're enjoying the sunshine. I mean, that's you know what? We're going to be positive on this Friday because it is a Friday. We've got a lot of sunshine. It's a pretty day, but it's going to be really, I mean, for this time of the year, we're back to really hot. I mean, average highs for this time of the year, we should be close to 80. And today we're going to break a record. I think we're going to be around 95 or so for a high. That's the bad news. Let's see if we can find any good news. Here's some good news for you. NOAA, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, they just came out with their winter outlook, and they usually do about this time of the year. And it wasn't a surprise because we're going into an El Nino pattern, and whenever we do that, the jet stream is across the southern portions of the country, which includes us. And what does that mean? Well, with a jet stream overhead, you usually have some lift, and so that means better chances for rain. Now, it's not going to rain all winter long, but we'll have better chances. And to me, it looks like when we've come out of a prolonged La Nina and then gone into an El Nino, the rain totals usually are up there. I mean, like more than average, like 30, 40 inches. I can't tell you for sure that in 2024 we're going to pick up 35, 40, 45 inches of rain, but I think there's a good likelihood that we'll be at average or maybe even better. So hang in there. Rain chances are definitely coming. Things are changing, and I do think it's going to be a little bit wetter winter, and so does NOAA. Also, temperature-wise, now that one's a little bit more of a question mark. What they put is average. That really doesn't tell us a whole lot. And basically what usually happens in an El Nino winter is you'll have temperatures that are, for the most part, close to what we would expect for this time of the year. But it's those really strong bouts of cold air that are really hard to predict. Those are the ones that really change things a lot for us. And I think this winter we'll probably have a couple, and we'll probably have an active jet stream, and you can kind of put two and two together. But that's the way it looks to me. Looks like average temperatures with a couple of bouts of some pretty cold stuff, maybe even a little cooler than average because of the rain, and better chances for rain. So I take that as a positive. Now let's talk about Halloween. All right, the normal high, if you're new to South Texas, our normal high on Halloween is 78. Our normal low is 56. So in the evening, it's usually in the 60s. Pretty comfortable. But here in South Texas, you know, I mean, sometimes we've got Halloween evening that is in the upper 70s and humid. Sometimes we could see temperatures in the 40s Halloween night. The wettest Halloween that we've ever had was back in 1896, a long time ago, 1.75. So you're asking yourself, well, how about this Halloween? Well, and this is not going to be a cop-out, but there's a cold frontal boundary, it looks like. It's a long way out, by the way, still. I mean, we're still talking 11 days. There's a cold frontal boundary that probably is going to be around that time frame. If things are a little more progressive, then that front will move through a little quicker, and it's going to be a cooler Halloween. If it's not, then it's going to be a warm and a humid Halloween. Right now, it looks like a little cooler, like temperatures in the 50s and windy and maybe even wet. So I would go with probably a little cooler right now, but it's going to be a real close call. So it's kind of hard to say this far out, so I will keep you posted. But yeah, a real strong cold front around that time frame. 82 degrees is the current temperature. I think at noon we'll probably be in the mid 80s. Normal low is 59. We got down to 57. Nowhere near the record. And the record high is 92, and I think we are going to beat that. Looking at the temperature trend right now, this morning I was going 95, which is almost a 40-degree swing in temperatures. I mean, that is massive. It's like desert. That's what you see in the deserts, you know. It is very, very dry. So high temperature today, 93, 94. I think we are going to break the record, and it's going to be really hot for this time of the year, I think. So 92, 93, lots of sunshine. Don't forget the sunscreen, and it is going to be dry out there, so don't forget the chapstick as well. Okay, let's take a look. You know, that cold front came through yesterday. You could barely notice it. I've got the temperatures on here, but I've also included the dew points underneath it, and it is dry. The forecast models say it's going to get really dry, like 11% relative humidity later on this afternoon. So this frontal boundary, I mean, you can see the temperatures up in Dallas-Fort Worth at 76, Midlands at 72. So I guess a little cooling behind the front, but really not a whole lot. It's bringing us more dry than anything else, and it is a pretty day out there. Relative humidity values, about 13% or so. That is very, very dry. Current temperature now, we're sitting at 11:39 in the morning. Temperature is 82. Bernie has already shot up to 84. New Braunfels has shot up to around 84 degrees as well, and George West about 84. So we're warming things on up. All right, we still have some tropics to talk about. We've got Tammy out there just about to approach the islands there in the Caribbean. Tammy looks like not in very good shape, and this time of the year, these tropical systems, the further in latitude to the north that they go, the better chance there is for them to move off and rehook or recurve back out into the Atlantic. And I think that's probably a pretty fair bet that that's what's going to happen with Tammy. And now this time of the year, we're much more likely to be affected here in South Texas by something that's in the Pacific than a tropical system in the Atlantic. We do have a hurricane down there, Nora, and Nora is taking her time, kind of moving off to the north there. And you can see in the meantime, you can see what's happening. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. I can't. See that orange shade over Texas? So not only is it dry at the surface, but in many levels. I mean, it's just really dry. And that's why we don't have hardly a cloud in the sky out there right now. So the pattern for us right now is just plain dry. But this is what I think is going to happen with Norma. Norma is going to continue to move off to the north, eventually make landfall. By the way, I'm using the European model here, and I think clouds will increase on Sunday, leading to a chance for some showers on Monday. And then we've got a big upper level system that's going to be kind of stuck out there in the Baja. A lot of times it'll look like just gangbuster and great chances for rain with this kind of a pattern, but sometimes it just doesn't pan out that way. And so what I'd like to see, or what I think is going to happen for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, is it'll be fairly humid, lots of clouds, and perhaps some scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but rain chances, I'm going to go kind of on the lower end, closer to like 30%. And then Friday, I think the main system finally kicks in on Friday. So all week next week, we're going to have a chance for rain. I think the amount that it's going to lead up to is probably half an inch to maybe an inch of rainfall, which, we'll take it. It's better than nothing. High temperatures today, mid-90s, 95. Tomorrow morning, we're close to 60, a little chilly in the morning. And then tomorrow, I think we'll hit the low 90s. And notice how clouds are on the increase. And I think Sunday is going to be a mostly cloudy day, and I think Monday is going to be a mostly cloudy day as well. All right, let's take a look at the aquifer. 632.1 went down a little bit. Allergy, we've got everything light, I believe. Yeah, mold is light, ragweed, pigweed, elm, all light. So if you're sniffling, maybe it's a little bit of ragweed. A little ragweed goes a long way. All right, high today. I'm going to keep it at 95, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was more like 93, 94. Either way, we're going to break a record, it looks like. Tomorrow, 93, 92, somewhere around there. We're going to break another record. Clouds increase. Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, highs in the mid-80s. And then next week, about a 40% chance of scattered rain on Monday and Tuesday, 30% chance Wednesday and Thursday, and then that rain chance may go up a little bit again on Friday as that main system kicks out, and high temperatures in the 80s for next week. So a brief spike in the temperatures, but then they get closer to where we should be for this time of the year for next week. And then we'll keep our eyes open for that big cold frontal boundary sometime close to Halloween. But again, that's a long way out. Okay, I got to do the noon show. I got to run. Make sure and watch us for noon, 4, 5, 6, and 10. And will I be back tomorrow morning? No, because it's Saturday, or I would be back, but I will be around next week. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and thank you for streaming. We really appreciate it, and hopefully have a great weekend.